Hello, Nigeria. Welcome to Newsline. I am Becky Maduchemo. In a matter of days, it will be time for the big Salah. We are counting down already, and we have reports on the festival of sacrifice. In that light, we went to the markets just to check out the prices of rams and other consumables needed for the Eid el-Kabir. Now, when Mr. President returned from London, there was jubilation across the country. Tonight, we are bringing special angles to the excitement that followed his return. Meanwhile, a dramatic event took place at the point of no return. Diasporans from across the world showed up to keep a date with history, find out why they converged on this notable occasion, and with our sights still on the diaspora, a Nigerian student in Ukraine has done us proud. How she did it will be told later. Then from Newsline's Health Corner is a feature on regular medical checkup. The benefits are sure to prolong your life, as you would realize subsequently. For now, Isaac Nkuma will present the news. I will be back. Over to you, Isaac.
Many thanks, Becky. Welcome to the news. Property worth millions of naira have been destroyed in Niger State following a multiple accident involving two tankers laden with petrol and other articulated vehicles conveying cows and detergents. Jones Ajayi reports that 20 shops were destroyed in the inferno, but no human life was lost.
Batati community in Lavun local government area of Niger State was at a standstill following the multiple accident. The first one was said to have occurred when a petrol tanker loaded with 33,000 liters of PMS collided with a truck loaded with toilet soap, while the second was between a trailer conveying cows and a parked tanker. The accident led to the inferno that claimed the lives of 20 cows as they were roasted alive, and more than 20 shops were destroyed. Men of the fire service were on ground to put out the fire, while policemen were also around to provide security, and men of the Federal Road Safety Corps were also on ground to ensure smooth traffic flow. The State Commissioner of Police also visited the scene.
While we are clearing the way and the traffic is already flowing.
The accident caused gridlock along Bida Batati and Batati Mokwa Road for several hours. Some of the victims of the inferno who spoke to NTA News called on government at all levels to come to their aid as they have lost their means of livelihood. Acting Chairman, Lavun Local Government Council, Zubairu Mohammed, described the accident as a great loss beyond the council, but gave assurance that the issue will be tabled before appropriate authorities. The district head of the area, Abdullahi Umar, blamed the accident on recklessness of the drivers and appealed to government to provide speed breakers. Meanwhile, motorists plying the Mina Junction in Bidda through to Ilorin Garage Road are going through tough times as trailers and tankers have taken over the road. In Bidda, Jones Ajayi, NTA News.
And the popular Cuckoo market on Douglas Road in Owerri, Imo State capital, has been demolished following the expiration of the ultimatum given to the traders by the governor. The governor, who inspected the demolition exercise, says safety will be restored in the area. Sele Osayende reports.
Apart from the area being a business district, it is a breeding ground for criminal activities. It took the political will of the governor, Rochas Okorocha, to enforce the demolition of illegal structures and shanties in the area after several quit notice of relocation to a new site built by the governor. The exercise, which commenced early hours of Saturday, met with stiff resistance from the community people, but were overpowered by the joint force of security operatives. Aside from the various criminal activities in the area, the state governor intends to expand the road and beautify the area in line with his urban renewal drive. The governor, in company of the State Police Commissioner, Mr. Chris Ezike, was on a guided tour to one of the hideouts of the criminals.
Demolition of these buildings will bring an end to insecurity in the world capital. Let me tell you, this Cuckoo and this environment is the headquarters of all criminal activities in Imo State.
I believe that if we mark here and make it one of our operational targets at all times.
There was alleged killings during the exercise, which the police denied.
The miscreants, if they used firearms on themselves, not to my knowledge, I've been here. I am not aware of any deaths. If there was one, we should have evacuated from the scene.
The clean-up of the area, no doubt, will guarantee reduction in criminality. In Owerri, Selo Sende, NTA News.
To politics now, Tony Nwoye emerges the candidate for All Progressives Congress, APC, in the Anambra State November 18 governorship election. Nwoye got a total of 2,146 votes to beat his opponents. Uchenwizu has details.
It's my singular honor and privilege to cherish forever to declare Right Honorable Tony Nwoye as the rightful winner, having garnered the highest quantum of votes in the primary election.
Tony Nwoye was followed by Andy Uba, who got a total of 931 votes. George Moyalo was third with 525 votes, while Bats Nwibe was next with a total of 414 votes. Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima, who is the chairman of the APC Anambra State 2017 governorship primaries, expressed satisfaction with the conduct of all players who ensured the success of the exercise.
But I believe we have done our best, and in the fullness of time, posterity will judge us kindly for doing a good job. We came with the cleanest of hearts and with the purest of intentions.
There were 4,458 accredited voters. Total votes recorded were 4,333, out of which 4,302 were valid, while 31 were invalid. A total of 11 aspirants contested in the primaries, telecast live on national television. Uchenwizu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Mrs. Adeze Okafor has emerged the gubernatorial candidate for Advanced People's Democratic Alliance, APDA, in Anambra State. A statement by the party's national chairman, Shitu Kabir, says she got 390 votes to defeat her opponent, Izuebu Chima, who got 3 votes. The statement says the poll was conducted through biometric voting system under the supervision of the Independent National Electoral Commission on Saturday. Declaring her the flag bearer of the party in the forthcoming governorship election in Anambra State, the committee chairman, Yunusa Sarki, who is the chairman of the party in FCT, called for unity among members to enable the party clinch the seat. The presidency has emphasized that the vice president remains the confidant and the closest advisor to the president and has attended all the president's engagement all through the week, with the exception of 2. This is in reaction to claims in some sections of the media that the vice president is being sidelined with the return of President Buhari. Musa Abubakar has details of the statement by the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu.
In a statement signed by President's Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu indicates that alleging that President Buhari signs memos brought to him by government officials or so-called cabal without reading them immediately cast doubts on the credibility of the unnamed sources, adding that President Buhari is working day and night to steer Nigeria through trying times. There are important issues in the hands of government, such as poverty reduction, turning around the economy, creating jobs, fighting corruption and terrorism, among other challenges. The statement also reads, "It is appropriate at this time to dispel the false notion that anyone has tried to undermine the vice president when he acted in the absence of the president. As an acting president, Vice President Yemi Oshibajo enjoyed the support of the Villa staff and the entire cabinet. Otherwise, he will not have succeeded and earned the praise of the president." Garba Shehu welcomed journalists with questions to ask concerning the president and the Villa administration to approach both the special advisor Femi Adesina, Lao Akande, or himself.
A few days after raising the red flag on the fraudulent activities of crude oil scammers, the NNPC has provided further insights into the modus operandi of the conmen who dupe unsuspecting would-be crude oil buyers. Ogechi Paul completes the story.
NNPC Group General Manager, Crude Oil Marketing Division, Mr. Melekiari, said the scammers usually lured the unsuspecting victims with higher discount offers on cargoes, offers of non-OPEC crude specification, crude allocation, presentation of crude oil sale letters, as well as conducting businesses from hotels. He reiterated that the only way of buying crude oil from the NNPC was through advertisement for the selection of customers who were screened for compliance with the corporation's expectations and standards. Kyari observed that for the crude oil sale processes to be completed, the customer had to show that he had the capability to sell the cargo to the market and that the corporation could get its money back, adding that those who fall for the scammers were either not in the business or also fraudulent.
There are fraudsters out there. They are looking for your money. They are not real.
Apologies for the abrupt end of that report. But moving on with the news, to education matters now. British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Paul Arkwright, says the British government is keen to secure more business partners to contribute to the manpower development needs of Nigeria through world-class education for national growth. He spoke at the Chevening pre-departure reception for 2017-2018 scholars in Abuja. Ogechi Paul again reports that 43 Nigerians benefited from the scholarship.
These are young professionals with outstanding academic and leadership talents seeking to pursue a one-year master's degree at any UK university of their choice. 43 of them will depart Nigeria September, courtesy of the Chevening Scholarship Program, an international scheme funded by the Foreign and Commonwealth Office and partner organizations established in 1983 and runs in over 160 countries as an important element of Britain's public diplomacy effort.
I'm looking for commercial opportunities. I'm looking for people who can come in, businesses who can come in, who can provide some funding so that we can expand the scheme, so we can get more Nigerians to come to the UK and benefit from Chevening.
We think this is a good opportunity because it brings us back to the country when we're done to come and develop Nigeria. Already we're doing well, but we think we can do better and bring the international expertise back home here in Nigeria.
Some Chevening alumni attended the pre-departure reception.
That's what education does. It makes you a better person.
It's an amazing scholarship. I join every Nigerian to try and get on board. It's the most competitive scholarship we find.
Already assume that these people who are going this year are going to come back with more skills, more knowledge, and are going to have a place in Nigeria. For example,
Chevening currently boasts of a robust global alumni network of over 48,000 members, of which over 1,200 are Nigerians. Ogechi Paul, NTA News.
And to security matters now, as the federal government applies more tactics to degrade the Boko Haram insurgents and other criminal acts in parts of the country, a non-governmental organization, the Youth Alliance for Development of the Northeast, has called for proper funding of the Nigerian police force to complement its efforts, especially in the area of community policing. The group made the call at an award ceremony in honor of the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, at the force headquarters in Abuja. Ronke Kolawole reports.
Activities of the Boko Haram insurgents had a social, economic, political, and environmental dimensions which have greatly affected the nation's stability. As the insurgents continue to surrender to the superiority of the nation's security apparatus, with the military flushing them out of their stronghold in Sambisa Forest, the people of Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, Bauchi, and other areas affected by the insurgency are gradually picking up their lives, with commercial activities building up. For this development, the group, Youth Alliance for the Development of the Northeast, has singled out the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, for his exemplary leadership.
The space of time that he came in at the time of very heightened crisis, you cannot but acknowledge and admire his distinguished contribution.
IGP Ibrahim Idris has ensured that Nigerian rates of crime get lower and lower.
IGP Idris said insurgency is a must-win war.
It's a joint operation that will be carried out in the Northeast together with the military, and I have to appreciate that their contribution.
IGP Ibrahim Idris pledged the commitment of the police to uphold human rights, especially in areas affected by insurgency, and do more to update the skills of the officers. Ronke Kolawole, NTA News.
Hard work, dedication and selfless service to the nation were rewarded as former board chairman of NACO, Paddy Njoku, reaps multiple awards from 3 different organizations. Victor Azu reports that it was eulogies galore for someone described as a mentor.
When Paddy Njoku was in active service, he was said to be punctual, thorough, disciplined and committed. Little did he know that these attributes were being observed and encoded by colleagues and subordinates alike. Now retired from active service, Paddy Njoku is still benefiting from the attributes. 3 different groups of youth: Female Students Vanguard for Girl Child Education in Africa, Southern Nigeria Youth Council, who appointed him patron, and African Youth Peace Council, all came together to honor what they call impeccable character and integrity.
He's somebody that is passionate about everything he does. He is a humanitarian. He's an educationist.
He was always with people, especially with the youth that want to further the interest of Nigeria, especially things that relate to education. And one of the group was talking about female education. I wish him the best of his lifetime so that we continue, the nation will continue to benefit from those positive values that he always tried to inject into the polity, into the general public, into governance, into the social setting.
Humbled by the harvest of awards, Paddy Njoku says it is a call to do more.
When you're alive and you see people appreciating you, I think it's fulfilling and it's a fillip for you to do more of what they have expressed as the motivations that made them appreciate you.
Dr. Paddy Kemdi Njoku is presently the President and Director General, International Institute of Leadership and Governance. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
Congratulations once more, Dr. Paddy Njoku, from all of us here in NTA. Now talking sports, the Tigers of Nigeria intensified training to blend ahead of Afro-Basket title defense with new coach in charge. Floyd Mayweather Jr. creates an unbeaten record of 50 knockouts without a loss. Adeola Mokivie has more on our sports update.
The nation's senior basketball team, the D Tigers' new coach, Alex Nwora, says all the home-based players in camp will be given enough opportunity to blend with the foreign base. A total of 22 players, 8 foreign and 14 home-based players are in camp at the National Stadium in Lagos in readiness for the title defense in Tunisia, Senegal, early next month.
We just got here. I think I'm going to give all these kids a chance to show what they can do. And also, we're trying to grow more, trying to pick more players for the World Championship from this group. That's the most important thing. We're trying to build a dynamic team for the future.
It was another week of tennis action in the NCC Tennis League, with Team Kalotari taking on Team VGC Lions in Port Harcourt, Team Oluyole against Team Civil Defense in Ibadan, while in Lagos it was Team Mola against debutant Team Up to Web. 3 out of the 7 games in the Lagos zone were decided through a match tie break, as Team Mola won 5 games from the 7 games played over 2 days. The much-awaited fight between 2 heavyweights in their own rights, Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor, which took place in the early hours of Sunday, saw Mayweather take some punches from Conor, nicknamed the Aggressor, whose MMA's instinct made him hit Mayweather at the back of the head, making referee Robert Brad caution him severally. By the 9th round, completely spent, Mayweather took control, and it was all over in the 10th round.
Tonight was my last fight, for sure. I chose the right dance partner to dance with. Conor McGregor, you're a hell of a champion.
I'm just a little fatigued.
And back home, the Hall of Fame Boxing Championship resumed at the Roe Park, Yaba, Lagos, with the 84th edition. The organizers concentrated on the junior boxers to keep them in shape ahead of the youth games slated for Ilorin next month. 18-year-old Chidumem Okafor was declared the best boxer at the championship. With Sports Update, Adeola Omokibie, NTA News.
And now a quick check on the weather forecast for Monday.
Good to have you join us on the weather segment from the Nigerian Meteorological Agency. We still expect more rains and thunderstorms in most parts of the country in the next 24 hours, especially during the afternoon period. And so for the outlook of Monday, we expect localized thunderstorms over the high grounds of the central states. The north are expected to experience a quiet morning, although there are prospects of localized thunderstorms over the northern part of Borno. The southern cities are expected to be in cloudy conditions, with the exception of the southeast inland, where localized rain showers are expected. Moving into the day, there are prospects of localized rain showers and thunderstorms over most parts of the country. I leave you with the temperature details. Thank you for watching.
And just to remind you that you can watch this news live online via the NTN mobile app, which you can download on your Android device at the Cuckoo Play Store or at the Apple Store if you use devices with iOS. Our Sunday news magazine, Newsline, is after these messages if you stay with us.
Hospital, all night, emergency.
We are losing her.
Don't worry, I'll save her. Driver!
What is wrong with you?
Building burned down.
What?
It was life or death.
He said, boy.
I've got the dog! Hey, Mr. Man, wake up! Yeah! My resignation letter, sir.
Warning, with so much Glow data, you may get carried away. These data plans are available to all new customers and existing customers who renew their plans. Dial *777#. The largest data network. Glow, grandmasters of data. Friday, 11th August is Free Data Day nationwide. Get 200 MB free data and make something happen.
Success. I always wanted to make something of myself. Even when I was a child. With So Clean, my mother made sure that my clothes were clean and bright. With a 30% concentrated formula, washing is faster, brighter, and cleaner. Like millions of families, mine also trust So Clean. With my clothes and with my career. Because when all eyes are on you, you have to look the part. So Clean. It's your time to shine.
So Clean. Now with a new look and stain magnet technology for even better stain removal.
Want to buy Indomie noodles? Papa, please.
Yo.
This is not my Indomie. Please, sir, it's not Indomie. Don't call it Indomie. Sir, the taste is the difference. The difference is in the taste. That's why my brothers, my mommy, my daddy, and I all enjoy admission so very delicious Indomie noodles. The difference is the taste.
Taste is the difference.
Yes. Difference is in the taste. Nothing tastes like my Indomie.
Indomie noodles. Tasty nutrition, good for you.
Bros, I find correct words. Huh?
See the shop for that side.
Auntie, don't call that. Where be correct words?
Now the shop be done, now the next one.
Peter, see as people they pack, they go to the shop, go buy clothes.
It don't reach like 5 days now.
I just suspect this Tunde way this is where in waka could carry waka. See, I go blow whistle. I go blow whistle to Cuckoo spoil.
Your whistle. Come on, go investigate the matter before you blow whistle. Whistle blow. Come on, come.
Thank you for coming.
Show first. Come. Not only you the circular for this market. Why we say only your shop everybody they come? I just want blow whistle. I go blow something.
This is not be whistle blowing matter. Now MTN goodie bag.
What be MTN goodie bag?
With MTN goodie bag, if you carry your market enter another level, whether not for Facebook or for WhatsApp or for Twitter, for as low as 25 naira.
25 naira.
Yes.
Or buy 5 when you like for 50 naira. Dial *131# to start.
So with MTN goodie bag, your business go pure.
He was born with no superpowers. He was just unique, with a burning desire to know more, to question the answer, and then question the question. To never stop finding new ways of doing things. Curiosity not only drives innovation, it shapes the future of businesses. So wherever it leads you, InterSwitch will be there, providing diverse digital payment solutions, insights and opportunities. Because we're committed to finding better ways to ensure that your business runs efficiently.
InterSwitch, transaction solutions you can depend on.
Upward we come, oh, upward we come. Upward we come, oh, upward we come.
Nigeria's #1 best private university in Google's scholar ranking, Afe Babalola University, Ado-Ekiti, Abuja, invite applications for admission to the 2017-2018 academic session. Postgraduate and undergraduate programs are available in colleges of agriculture, engineering, law, medicine and health sciences, sciences and social and management sciences. For detailed information on criteria for admission, UTME requirements, foundation programs, direct entry, inter-university transfer, change of institution, form selling point, and post-UTME screening exercise, visit www.abwa.edu.ng or call 081-2777-2121, 080-344-02771 or 080-3350-9150.
Abwa, a vision in motion.
There is a reason Africa is called the new frontier. What was once potential is now an opportunity ready to be seized. Once revered for our resources, today's wealth lies in our people. People who build the cities that shape the future. People who know an idea in one place means business in another. A generation for whom technology means there are no borders, no boundaries. We are the new lions in a brave new world, kings of the urban jungle. And there's a bank that puts the world in our pocket and the future in our hands. UBA, Africa's global bank.
You don't ever buy the recharge card for one network. Come which day if you use them for another one. True, you know say if you use that recharge card, they recharge any network and do many other things. Just buy one card. One card now the orange and blue recharge card. They write one card for everybody. One card they recharge every network. Cable television, electricity, and many other things. Plenty of move day. You fit win 1 million naira. 1 million naira. Generator and plenty other things. From now, reach October 2017. Ask your recharge card seller. Hey, now who they here? My name now Mr. Shortcut. I dey mind my money. Now cheap one, I dey buy. Standard, we sign. Now to buy cheap one. Hey, now one kind cable for my yard. A cheap building material where we take build my office. I think say I dey save money. Office building collapse and fire burn my house.
You don't see what happened to Mr. Shortcut? Well, Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, don't ready for action and say enough of pain, loss and wastage. And if you see product where no dey correct, call the SON office where near you or SON help desk. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving life through standards.
Thanks for staying on the line. Let's